And as promised, here's part 2 of the trail terrain detail from Neel Gap to Tesnatee Gap.
So I'm sitting here in the tent, we packed our bags. You can see how big it is. It's the Marmot Limelight 3P. We need a 3-person tent for the 2 of us to be big enough. There's G's back over there. And you may be able to hear the wind out there. It's amazing how much warmer it is in here than outside, especially once we close the netting. And you see all these leaves. The tent floor was pretty clean till a huge gust of wind came and just blew it up under the fly and blew all these leaves in. So there are gusts going on. I'm actually going to wear my Mountain Hardwear rain pants and jacket, which are also windbreakers today, so I don't get quite as cold as I did yesterday morning. So no more excuses. Guess it's time to get up and get this tent down and then get going.
Well, good morning. Nancy and I are here. I'm not sure where here is. We're not at Tesnatee Gap yet, but we're about a mile and a half shy. We have a 200-foot climb and a 700-foot rather sharp descent that we have to do. It's been a very cold night. Thanks to Nancy searching it out, we found a sheltered campsite, and it made it a little better. This morning is very cold, and wind's blowing, but the sun is shining, and it's not snowing.
And we've got on lots of layers, as is obvious from the picture.
Yeah, we're layered up. Okay.
All right, have a blessed day. So since fires are illegal right now in all the forests because of the drought really that they're in here and in North Carolina, we just went ahead and parked our tent right next to the fire ring because that was the flattest spot. We have been having a few gusts this morning, but otherwise the wind was not too bad for us here. And we're starting off the day with a nice smooth trail with a slight uphill. We'll take that. Not a bad way to start the day. Still chilly, but not too much wind right here right now, so maybe it'll stay that way for us for a while. The place we stayed last night was actually a blue blaze trail to a water source, which of course is dry right now, 0.2 of a mile after Baggs Creek Gap, which is also a water source, but not right now because it's dry. If you come to Baggs Creek Gap, there's tenting on the right, and then 0.2 of a mile up from that on the left, down in a little area where the north wind is blocked by the mountain and trees. That's where we camped, and it was much warmer than probably anywhere else around here. A lot less wind. So we were very happy for that. And it looks like our climbing has begun here, a little more steep to get up to our first view, which is about 0.3 from where we stayed. Another 10th, we're supposed to have another view. 0.2 after that. We're going to get to Cow Rock Mountain Summit, where there's also supposed to be views.
Here comes Nancy up the hill. She does so much better at this than I do.
And here we are at the first rock outcropping with a view. I listened to that little video that G made. Just make it clear. Number 1, he goes faster going down. He ties all the knots, pulls all the tough pulls, lifts all the heavy lifting. A lot better throwing the rock for the bear bag. And most importantly, this was not my dream, this is our dream. I wouldn't want to be out here without him. And if we need to go really slow so that he can do it, really slow down so that I can do it, then that's what we'll do, and we'll get as far as we get and call it an incredible experience. A little bit hazy today. I don't know, that may be left over more smoke. Not really hazy around us, but at a distance. And here comes the man now, and I call him G because he's definitely gifted. Every now and then it stands for Gizmo because he can make anything, fix anything, create anything that's needed. He's a lot more useful to have around than I am. Every now and then he's gregarious. And every now and then he's a little grumpy. He gets that way when he starts comparing himself to other people. That's true of any of us. It's an incredible thing what he's doing here. Absolutely incredible. And I am really, really proud of him. Bit more of this rock climbing. These are the parts that'll be a lot easier for us as we get our pack weight down and as our legs get stronger and just our experience increases. It's probably been good for us to have to learn to deal with them. I did make it up that hill without having to sit down or crawl this time, so that's improvement. What do you think this morning, G?
It's warming up nicely. Climb is tough. And the sun's shining, got great views there. So it's a good day to be alive.
And to be on the Appalachian Trail, headed northbound, which is uphill some more till we reach another open area. So that first little view we stopped at is called Green Cliff Top. And then this one doesn't have a name. This says it has a view that we're coming up on now. We started at about 3,600 feet today. We're up to 3,800, a little over 3,800. And we are working our way to the summit of Cow Rock Mountain. So this one isn't quite as open as that other one was, but it is a beautiful day, even though there's a bit of a haze. Breeze gets real still, barely moving, and then suddenly big gusts will come through. So we are looking to the southwest right now. And this may very well be our best view of the day so far. The summit of Cow Rock Mountain, 3,809 feet.
Wow, now there's a view.
And there's a lower rock ledge area down there. Hey, if we were hardier souls, we might decide to cowboy camp.
Yeah.
If. And it wasn't so cold. One or the other, or maybe both. Not so cold and hardier souls. Not really our thing. We just met Humdinger, is her trail name, who is hiking alone. Do you mind if I tell your age? Mm-hmm. And you give me permission to put this on YouTube? Okay. She's 62 years old, hiked from Katahdin, Maine to here so far, almost home.
Almost home.
So tell us.
What I've done is what the Appalachian Trail Association is trying to get people to do, which is a flip-flop hike. So I started near Skyland in Shenandoah and headed north to Katahdin, and then flew to DC and got a shuttle and went back to Skyland, and I'm heading south. So
That's incredible.
yeah.
What's been your favorite part?
Oh my! I think my favorite part is the freedom.
Hmm.
You know, I get up when I want.
Yeah.
I eat what I want, which is not, you know, the sort of decent, wholesome meals I'd feel obliged to make if other people were with me.
Sure.
And I can go as slowly as I want because I'm way slower than 50 to 100% slower than everybody else on the trail.
Well, we're like 80 to 90% slower, so you're faster than us, I can assure you.
But, you know, I stick at it, so I go about
Sure.
18, 20 miles a day.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, then whenever I'm tired, I put up my little tent or stop in a shelter. And the people have been just wonderful, especially here in Georgia and Tennessee and North Carolina because of the water situation and the drought. And you know, I was almost in tears yesterday. We came to Indian Graveyard Crossing, and up pulled the truck, and out came the water.
Oh, wow.
And Gatorade. And I thought, wow, with these extra calories, I can go all the way to Neel Gap. I don't have to go into town.
Great.
And then I got to Dick Gap, and there was more water. So I drank all the previous water and filled up again. But it's been just wonderful because that's the most basic, you know, you can go hungry, but you can't go long thirsty.
That's true.
So we so appreciate those trailers
Yes.
putting the water in.
Absolutely. Well, it's really wonderful to meet you. Do you have plans when this is over? Maybe turn around and go back?
I want to go see my husband.
Oh, okay. He's not a hiker, huh?
Yeah. Well, he is a hiker, but
Oh.
you know, a lot of the trail is not changing very much. It's a bit, you could even say boring.
Ah,
the same thing miles
sure.
and miles and miles. And it's long days and hard.
Yes,
and
yes.
He's not into endurance type sports. He
Oh,
wants to
okay.
hike where it's beautiful and cut to the top of a mountain and see a view and, you know.
And there's a lot of people like that. We've found a lot of people we've seen already just in the few miles we've been. And that's great too.
Yes,
It's really a
of
great way to see all the pretty spots.
I've had rubber cement and shoe goo and everything I could think of to hold the soles on, but they're so comfortable. It's like putting on bedroom slippers in the morning, so I stick to them.
So she was saying that these boots have about 2,500 miles on them.
That would be right.
And they're still, you know, they'll get her to Springer Mountain for sure. And she says they're so comfortable, she just doesn't want to wear anything else. And they're called Meindl.
Yes, it's a German boot.
German boot. Wow. Well, that's pretty cool. So you tried trail runners.
Got a stress fracture within 2 weeks. In fact, the outfitter in Damascus told me that the doctors have been seeing a whole lot more stress fractures in feet since people started using trail runners.
Well, I'll be
So I'm
darned.
not the only one.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know because we've been thinking about it and trying to decide just because of the weight ourselves.
It's nice to have something springy, and these are not springy.
Right. Well, that's really an interesting information. Well, thank you for letting us video you. And really neat.
It was a good respite.
Well, time to head off northbound, and we are going this way around the edge of this cliff, I guess. Anyway, looks like fun. So we're headed down Cow Rock Mountain. We're at 3543 now, and I'm looking to the north, so that north wind coming in has removed the leaves from all of these trees. Look at that. That is over to our east, Wildcat Mountain. Looks like a pretty high mountain. G always manages to find the rock or the tree stump or the fallen log. And me too. The recliner of the forest. So we're walking along this ledge on the south side of this mountain down to Tesnatee Gap. Pretty decent view to the south while we do it, and on the south side the wind is definitely a lot less. So there it is. Wow, you could definitely really smell the smoke once we started on this south side of the mountain. You don't really see the smoke. I mean, way off in the distance it is pretty hazy, but not really here to have as significant of a smell as it does. And we came down from there. And then we're headed down this way. Well, what'd you think of that downhill, G?
Well, you know, it had a thrill or two, but I tell you what, it was nothing compared to Blood Mountain.
No, I'm not sure. It'll be a while, I think, before we come across something that'll compare to coming down Blood Mountain.
Parking lots in sight.
All right, Tesnatee Gap, here we come. Well, we made it to Tesnatee Gap. Only took us 3 days and 2 nights to do that 5.5 miles. Not one of our better 5.5 mile distances even at that point, but what happened then?
Well, we were coming down into the gap and there was a sheriff standing in the parking lot. I thought maybe something bad had happened. I was about to get some bad news or something. But it turns out there was a fire on the mountain and we were getting ready to go up after crossing the gap. And he informed us that we needed to get in our vehicle and leave.
So we went on up to Virginia to get away from the drought. There, from what we could tell, what we heard, what we could find out, the drought was in Georgia, North Carolina, and Tennessee, and Virginia, while they did have a fire ban and it was a little bit dry, the water on the reliable sources was pretty good. Unreliable sources maybe not so good yet, but the reliable sources was good. And so, and this was before the devastating Tennessee fire happened. But anyway, so we went on up there and started on the outside of Damascus, and that's where the next video will start from. So everybody have a blessed day and get out and hike.